Have you ever wondered about an art museum that challenges the traditional norms at every corner? Welcome to MONA, the Museum of Old and New Art. Nestled on the Berriedale Peninsula in Hobart, Tasmania, MONA stands as a beacon of modernity and mystique in the world of art museums. Since opening its doors in 2011, it has carved a niche for itself as one of the most provocative and intriguing art institutions globally. Its founder, David Walsh, envisioned a place that would stir debate, challenge perceptions, and offer an experience unlike any other. The architecture of MONA is itself a piece of art. Carved into the cliffs, its largely underground design invites visitors to descend into a subterranean labyrinth, exploring galleries that blend seamlessly with the geological contours of the site. This unique design not only captivates, but also enhances the enigmatic aura that surrounds the museum. So, what makes MONA so different and daring? Let's dive deeper. Behind every great creation, there's a visionary. In the case of MONA, it's David Walsh. David Walsh, the enigmatic founder of the Museum of Old and New Art, or MONA in Tasmania, is not your typical museum curator. Originating from a humble background, Walsh made his mark initially in the world of professional gambling. His proficiency in mathematics and his fearless, analytical approach to gambling funded his ventures and ultimately led to his grand creation, MONA. Walsh's journey into art was as unconventional as his career choice. With no formal training in arts or curation, his approach to creating MONA was driven by intuition and a desire to challenge the status quo. He envisioned a space that would stir debate, provoke thought, and engage the senses in ways traditional museums had not. MONA, nestled on the banks of the River Derwent, is a subterranean structure that eschews the typical white-walled gallery format. Here, art is not just displayed, it's an experience, often leaving visitors perturbed, intrigued, or utterly mesmerized. This aligns perfectly with Walsh's philosophy that art should provoke a reaction, stir emotions, and challenge perceptions. David Walsh has often described his approach to MONA as a subversive adult Disneyland. He wanted to make art accessible, but also to ensure it questioned and confronted. His selections for the museum do not discriminate by notoriety or conventional aesthetics, but instead focus on the ability of an artwork to impact the viewer, to tell a story, to convey emotions that words could not. His audacious gamble extended beyond just the art pieces. The museum's architecture, designed by Nonda Katsalidis, is itself a piece of art, integrating high technology with ancient themes, all while challenging environmental and spatial norms. Walsh's gamble on art certainly paid off, creating a museum that both shocks and awes. Through MONA, David Walsh has not only transformed a Tasmanian peninsula, but also the way the world views and interacts with art. MONA didn't appear out of thin air. Its creation is a tale of transformation and bold decisions. Nestled on the banks of the River Derwent, the site in Berriedale where MONA stands today has a rich narrative woven into its very soil. Originally a winery, this locale was known for its serene landscapes and fine wines, but it was destined for a more eclectic future. In 2011, it was reborn as the Museum of Old and New Art, a place that would challenge the conventional boundaries of an art museum. The transformation was not without its hurdles. Turning a winery into a subterranean architectural marvel required not just vision but a Herculean effort. The construction phase was fraught with challenges, from the logistical nightmares of excavating vast amounts of earth to the intricate task of ensuring that the structure not only stood firm, but also complemented its natural surroundings. Architecturally, MONA is a labyrinth of contrasts. Its subterranean design invites light into its depths, creating a dance of shadows and illumination that plays off the artworks. The design philosophy was clear: to create a space that was as much a part of the visitor's experience as the art itself. This approach has turned the museum into a canvas where the building and the art it houses are in constant conversation. From a winery to a wonder of the art world, MONA's journey is as unconventional as its exhibits. Imagine walking into a museum where each turn is a new surprise. This is the essence of exploring the Museum of Old and New Art, affectionately known as MONA. Nestled on the banks of the River Derwent, this museum is not just a place to view art, it's an adventure into the depths of creativity and innovation. As you descend into the subterranean galleries, the traditional concept of museum layout is left far behind. Here, the journey isn't linear. It's a labyrinthine exploration where the past and the future coexist. Ancient artifacts sit comfortably beside contemporary masterpieces, creating dialogues across time. This thematic arrangement invites visitors to make connections that are as unexpected as they are enlightening. One of the most striking features of MONA is its use of technology to enhance the visitor experience. Each guest is equipped with the O device, a clever piece of technology that recognizes your location within the museum and provides rich insights about the artworks nearby. This device allows for a personalized tour, offering stories, history, and secrets behind each piece. It's like having a personal curator at your fingertips. The integration of old and new art at MONA is not just about placing different time periods side by side, it's about challenging perceptions and encouraging questions. Why is this ancient artifact relevant today? How does modern technology change our understanding of art from centuries ago? These questions bubble up naturally in this provocative environment. The design of the galleries themselves also plays a crucial role in the experience. With no windows to the outside world, the focus is entirely on the art. The dim lighting and cavernous spaces create an atmosphere of mystery and introspection, enhancing the emotional impact of the artworks. In MONA, the traditional museum experience is turned on its head, ensuring no two visits are ever the same. Each journey through these galleries is a unique narrative, woven by the threads of history, art, and personal discovery. No discussion of MONA is complete without mentioning the controversies it has stirred. Nestled on the banks of the Derwent River, the Museum of Old and New Art in Tasmania has become as famous for its groundbreaking exhibitions as it has for the debates they ignite. But what really makes MONA a magnet for controversy? Take, for instance, its provocative exhibits. One of the most talked about pieces, Cloaca Professional, is a machine that simulates the human digestive system, turning food into waste right before visitors' eyes. While some hail it as a brilliant commentary on human consumption and waste, others see it as nothing more than shock art, raising questions about the limits of taste and decency in contemporary art. Then there's My Beautiful Chair, a chilling installation involving a replica of a lethal injection chair. This piece invites viewers to sit and contemplate death while a countdown timer ticks away, provoking a visceral confrontation with mortality. It's exhibitions like these that challenge visitors, forcing them to confront uncomfortable truths about life and death, which is precisely where the controversy often begins. These artistic provocations at MONA have sparked wider conversations about the boundaries of art and censorship. Should art be pleasing, or should it challenge societal norms? How far can and should artists go in expressing their visions, and where do we draw the line? These are not merely academic questions, they resonate deeply with visitors and critics alike, leading to lively debates across various platforms, from art forums to social media. MONA doesn't shy away from these debates, rather it seems to embrace them as part of its identity. By pushing the boundaries of what is traditionally acceptable in museums, MONA has redefined not only the art experience, but also the role of museums in society. In doing so, it has become a pivotal force in discussions about cultural expression and the responsibilities of public art institutions. MONA continues to push the envelope, proving that art is not just seen but experienced. MONA has not only changed the landscape of Australian art, but has also left its mark globally. Nestled on the banks of the Derwent River, the Museum of Old and New Art, widely known as MONA, has become a beacon of innovation and audacity in the art world. Since its inception, MONA has significantly impacted the local economy of Tasmania. By transforming Hobart into a cultural hotspot, it has boosted local businesses and tourism, drawing visitors from across the globe eager to experience its unique blend of art and architecture. The ripple effects of MONA's success are palpable. The museum has been a catalyst for a surge in tourism, which has in turn led to the creation of numerous jobs and increased revenue for the local community. Restaurants, hotels, and other businesses thrive, thanks in part to the museum's magnetic pull. Beyond its economic impact, MONA has profoundly influenced global art culture. Its unorthodox approach to curation and visitor engagement challenges traditional museum norms and encourages a broader discourse on what a museum can and should be. This radical model has inspired other institutions worldwide to rethink their strategies and presentation methods, making art more accessible and engaging to the public. MONA's influence also extends into how art interacts with society, pushing boundaries and sparking conversations that resonate well beyond its walls. By daring to be different, MONA has not only reshaped the art scene in Tasmania, but has also inspired a global movement towards more dynamic and interactive cultural experiences. MONA stands as a testament to the power of vision and audacity in the contemporary art scene. As we wrap up our exploration of MONA, let's reflect on its unique place in the world of art. Nestled on the banks of the Derwent River, this museum is not just a repository of objects. It's a crucible of ideas, a place where art meets the avant-garde in the most unexpected ways. From its inception, MONA has been the brainchild of David Walsh, a visionary who dared to challenge conventional museum experiences. Instead of presenting art in a linear, chronological order, MONA plunges visitors into an immersive subterranean adventure where the past and present collide spectacularly. Throughout our journey, we've seen how MONA doesn't shy away from controversy. It provokes dialogue, pushes boundaries, and invites us to question not just the art we see, but the very nature of art itself. Its impact stretches far beyond the art world, influencing cultural conversations and community identity in Tasmania and beyond. MONA is more than a museum. It's a journey into the depths of creativity and controversy. Thank you for joining me on this exploration.